Hello guys, welcome to today's video. So we're talking about something very important, and it's about the new pathway available in Australia for nurses and healthcare workers. Guys, you know everything going on in the UK right now. People are looking for other countries they can go to and they'll be well appreciated and, have peace of mind. And I have special guests here who'll be telling us about this new pathway to Australia for everyone who's interested. And guess what? You can move with your family, right? It's a pathway to settlement. Trust me, guys, you want to hear everything about it. They would introduce themselves right now and then we'll just get started.
Okay, so thanks for having us. We are from Institute of Health and Management, higher education provider in Australia. So myself, Jones, I'm the head of marketing and sales at Institute of Health and Management. And this is my colleague, Mr. Saji, who's our campus manager in Australia.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, as Jion said, my name is Saji Kunumpurat and I'm the campus manager of Melbourne, and we are from Melbourne, Australia.
It's so good to have you here in the UK. So how has it been so far since you've been here?
So far, so good. We met a lot of nurses here and very interested to know about the new pathway which Australia has introduced recently. In last April 2025 onwards, a new pathway is introduced. So as you know, we are here to discuss about that pathway with nurses.
Yeah. It's good to have you here. The weather is quite sunny.
Yeah.
This is the best time to be in the UK.
You told us that.
Yeah.
We came from very cold and now it's very hot here.
Yeah, right now. Don't get used to it because tomorrow it might be cold. UK weather is so unpredictable. Okay, so we had a video last time with your colleague and he was here to tell us about the pathway and, he broke it down. But there were several questions that came up after then, both in my DMs, I got emails and even in the comments. People dropped really interesting questions and they really wanted to know more about it. So I want to use this opportunity now to ask you, what is this new pathway in Australia all about for nurses?
It's a new pathways mainly for the nurses, registered nurses who are working in UK or Ireland, Canada, Spain, Singapore, and US. So it's a new pathway which is introduced by Australian Health Practitioner Regulation Agency and basically the nursing board in Australia. So the new pathway allows those nurses who are currently working in UK, if they meet certain criteria, they have an option, exciting option to get direct registration in Australia without going through an examination pathway which Australia have for all the nurses traditionally. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds like a very good pathway for nurses. Yeah.
It's a golden opportunity, we can say, because straight away they can apply in the nursing board and get registration, straight away apply to Australia. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So somebody asked that she was trained in South Africa as a nurse and moved to the UK. So can she benefit from this pathway in Australia?
So it really depends upon the year in which she graduated in South Africa. So I'll quickly explain the pathways which they have introduced on 1st of April 2025. So the pathway number 1 is for those UK trained nurses. If they have studied the bachelor's qualification or a master's qualification in UK, and if they are having that registration right now and with 1800 hours of experience after 1st of Jan 2017. So these are 3 important criteria. First point is they have to complete the bachelor's qualification in UK. The second one, they must be having a valid nursing registration in UK, and they need at least 1800 hours of experience from 1st of Jan 2017. If they meet all these criteria, they have an option to apply for direct registration in Australia right now. And pathway 2 is for those nurses who are trained outside UK, for example. So this question, your friend who asked that question, she may be eligible in that pathway. So pathway number 2 is for those nurses who graduated since 1st Jan 2017 and who have gone through the examination process here in UK, which is CBT and OSCE examination with 1800 hours of experience in UK, will be eligible to apply for a direct registration in Australia.
Oh.
So these are the 2 new pathways they have introduced from 1st of April 2025.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so your friend who asked that question, if she has graduated after 1st of Jan 2017, she may be eligible to apply and get direct registration in Australia without an exam.
Okay.
We should be very clear actually. We conducting this seminar actually so many places. Last couple of days actually we were conducting, and the important as Geons, they should actually pass out after 2017 January 1st. They can only avail this opportunity. That is the main point we have to highlight.
Yeah. I think it was mentioned last time, but somebody also asked the question because I had to write it down so I don't forget. Right. He said he trained in India as a nurse in 2021 and then moved to the UK in 2023.
Yeah.
Right. And he said he heard that you need a bachelor's degree to become a registered nurse in Australia.
Yeah.
Is that true? And is he eligible for this new pathway?
Yeah, so if he completed bachelor's qualification in nursing and if he has passed the CBT and OSCE examination in UK and become a registered nurse in UK, and if he got 1800 hours of work experience as a registered nurse in UK, then definitely he will be eligible for this direct pathway in Australia.
All right. That makes sense. Now, this pathway we're talking about now, what are the benefits? Because we know that as a nurse, for instance, if you practice in Nigeria and you're moving to the UK, you can move with your family. And then after 5 years, you can get your indefinite leave to remain. And afterwards, after 1 year, you can then get your British citizenship. So is it the same for Australia as well?
Australia also have the same pathway which you have in UK, but on top of that, Australia allows professionals to apply for direct permanent residency to Australia. That means you don't have to wait for 5 years to apply for permanent residency. You can directly apply for permanent residency from UK and migrate to Australia permanently.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you're moving to Australia as a permanent resident?
As a permanent resident. You don't have to wait for that 5 years and worry about whether the government will increase to 10 years later.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes. So after 4 years of becoming a permanent resident, they have an option to apply for Australian citizenship as well. So that's an exciting opportunity for nurses. And they also have an opportunity to apply for the visa sponsorship with different employers. But we always advise nurses to go for this permanent residency pathway, which always comes with benefits like Medicare and children's education. Like a lot of other benefits are coming up with permanent residency option in Australia.
Okay. So it's quite interesting to know that you're moving to Australia as a permanent resident.
When you apply for permanent residency, you apply with your family. You can add on your dependent spouse or kids with a permanent residency application. And you will be the primary applicant. So once they all are getting the permanent residency, then full family.
Yeah. Okay, so what's the English requirement for this pathway?
Okay, so in this pathway, for the migration purpose, nurses must need 7 in all 4 bands in IELTS or the equivalent score in PTE, because that also gives them certain points. Australian permanent residency pathway works on the point system. Okay, so if you are in between 25 to 33 years of age, you will be getting 30 points, and from 33 to 40 you will be getting certain points, and from 40 to 45, like that it works. So if you have proficient English, that is 7 in all 4 bands in IELTS, you will be getting 10 points, and if it is 8 in all 4 bands, they have an option to get 20 points. So having English test result will be always helpful for them.
Yeah. Okay. So age also plays a role with the points you get.
Age and the English test. All are actually dependent actually for that. It's based on the point system, so it's all measurable actually.
So on a general note, would you say this pathway is easy for nurses in the UK?
Yes, this is a golden opportunity, as we mentioned earlier, for nurses in UK. If you fall under these 2 categories like pathway 1 or pathway 2, then definitely you must try. If you are interested to migrate to Australia, this will be the perfect opportunity, because the normal pathway in Australia is to go through this NCLEX and OSCE exam pathway, which NCLEX is an online exam, and OSCE nurses normally travel to Australia, same as you have in UK for the test. But through this pathway, nurses doesn't have to go through this examination process. Instead, they apply direct registration in Australia. And once they become a registered nurse in Australia, they can always apply for permanent residency option.
Okay. So are there any age limits to apply? Like, let's say I'm 45 years old and I'm already in the UK, but I don't feel fulfilled. And I think my age is also going to play a huge factor. Is it going to deter me from moving to Australia? Because I really need to leave the UK with my family. So would my age limit me?
Yeah. So as we mentioned earlier, Australians permanent residency system works based on points.
Okay.
So age plays an important role when it comes to the permanent residency pathway. Okay, but for the nursing registration, there is no age limit. So if you are eligible in pathway 1, which we discussed, or pathway 2, you have an option to apply for the direct registration. But after becoming a registered nurse in Australia, when you apply for permanent residency, if you are 45 plus, then the two main important visa option, you won't be eligible for that. So you still have an option to apply for the employer sponsorship visa option, same as you have in UK. But to apply for direct permanent residency after 45, you don't have an option.
Wow.
Honestly saying, it is very hard actually after 45.
Wow.
But they can come and work on work visa. That's what actually. Yeah.
On work visa, okay, so what's the difference now between this pathway you just mentioned, we're talking about now, and then the work visa?
Work visa means actually we have to get a sponsorship from any provider, hospitals or aged care. They can actually sponsor and bring actually nurses from outside. So we use that one actually. We get a sponsorship for 4 years and they can work actually 4 years. The employer can extend that visa again. So they can work actually after 45, 50, 55. There is no issues. But some cases are actually the employer is supporting. It can be get actually PR also. But technically saying actually after 45, it is very hard actually. That's all.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's easier for younger people.
Yeah.
Yeah, Australia is looking for more younger people. That's why they have this new pathway. They're asking if you graduated after 1st of Jan 2017, they have an option to get direct registration.
Direct,
that
wow.
Self indicates that looking for young nurses. Yeah, but like we also noticed when we came here to UK, we noticed that there are many nurses with 35 or 40 years who studied bachelors, very passionate nurses. So they are also eligible. So yeah, it's different. So everyone's scenarios or cases are different. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking so much about nurses, right? How about people who are not nurses? They are healthcare workers, maybe carers, and they want to move to Australia as well.
Okay.
Is there anything in this for them?
We discussed about the nursing registration pathway in Australia. So nurses, definitely they require a registration to work in Australia, but not all other professionals have this requirement. Okay, so for example, Australia's permanent residency pathway work on the point system which we discussed, and Australia has listed on all the professions which they require on the skilled occupation list. So if your profession is listed in that skilled occupation list, then definitely you have an option to apply for permanent residency. And if that profession doesn't require registration, then the permanent residency will be the only hurdle in front of you. And the point system in the permanent residency pathway depends upon the experience and different various other factors, including English, experience, age. So if you meet all the requirements, then they have an option to apply for permanent residency in Australia. So we advise them to go through the skilled occupation list in Australia and check if their profession is in demand or is in need in Australia.
Just want to add something actually.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
The thing is actually what I can see actually last 15 years or 20 years actually, people coming actually from outside Australia to study in Australia. That is the best option actually. So our college actually offering diploma in nursing, bachelor of nursing. Bachelor of nursing actually we are about to get approval, and we are running actually master of nursing, bachelor of social work, these courses actually. So at present actually those who are actually studying actually master of nursing, 2-year nursing, and they can stay 3 years, they can actually get registration. Most probably they can get job and they can settle in Australia very nicely. That is what I can offer. Okay, yeah.
Okay, that's good. So let's talk about the pay now, because we know that money is important, right? What's the pay like for nurses or healthcare workers in Australia?
So for nurses, without any experience, I think like the starting salary is around starting from 60,000 Australian dollars.
Wow.
And depending upon the experience, it can go up to 80 or 100,000 Australian dollars. That's the salary. So experience matters, and if they have studied a postgraduate specialty qualification in nursing, that will give them extra salary when they are working in Australia. Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of money compared to what nurses earn in the UK.
Yes, and
Yeah,
if they are a specialist nurse, then definitely they
it's
have
higher.
higher, more opportunity. So in Australia, nurses get paid based on their qualification. If they have completed a graduate certificate level qualification in nursing, which is the first semester of Master of Nursing, they get extra 4% base salary. And if they have completed a graduate diploma or Master of Nursing, they have an option to get 5% extra salary annually. So if you study more, you have an option to earn more in Australia, and definitely the number of years of experience will
Matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think compared to UK, Australia's nurses' salary is better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is it true that when we get to Australia, we'll be fighting with snakes and scorpions and kangaroos?
I think we are from Melbourne actually. I think actually somebody came for this seminar. They asked actually what about the snake, but first time I am hearing actually about this snake. But some area it may be there,
Yeah.
but I never had opportunity to see the snake.
Snake.
You're lucky. So I've
Yeah.
been living there for last 15 to 20 years.
Oh, wow.
I've seen, and when I haven't seen any snake, but we can't predict, right? Maybe tomorrow when we are going back. So,
And how is the weather? Do you think the weather is better than UK weather?
Weather is 6 months actually a little bit cold, but another 6 months is actually summer with the mixed climate. So compared to UK, it's better climate.
Better.
That's
Now, how about those who completed diploma in nursing in the UK? How can they come to Australia?
So Australia require overseas nurse to have minimum a bachelor's degree in nursing. So those 3-year diploma holders who completed their qualification maybe from Nigeria or even from UK, they are technically not eligible for this direct registration, even if they are meeting certain criteria, as they don't have a bachelor's degree. They won't be getting this direct registration option. So Institute of Health and Management Australia, we offer a postgraduate qualification, which is known as Graduate Certificate in Advanced Nursing. It comes with 12 specialization. Okay, if they are studying the 6 months online course, they can upskill their qualification. Then after that, they will be eligible to apply for this direct registration pathway in Australia. So it's completely online. 12 specializations are available.
yeah.
Okay.
I think actually it's a great opportunity. Those who are working and same time actually they can do online. It's only 6 months course and there is 3 units. So they can finish. Once they finish, they are eligible to apply in Australia for registration. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you have any record of students who successfully completed this GCAN we mentioned in the UK and have successfully moved to Australia? Do you have people like that?
Yeah.
So right now we are having around 500 plus diploma holders studying this qualification from UK, and we have over 2000 diploma holders who studied this course and who is currently working as a registered nurse in UK. So it's not a new course, it's there for last 7-8 years. So there are many nurses who have completed the course and working, and after this new change, I have seen the number of nurses studying from UK and Ireland has grown or has increased. Yeah, it's a good opportunity for those 3-year diploma holders to study this postgraduate qualification and be eligible for the nursing registration.
Yeah, because many people actually attended this seminar. No, they came to know this opportunity once they do this certificate, graduate certificate 6 months course, they can come to Australia. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's good actually. Okay, now what about nurses who are here in the UK and probably they've settled and they don't have any plans of moving to Australia? Are these courses also globally accepted that they can take and upskill and grow in their career as well?
This graduate certificate in advanced nursing is a TEX accredited, Australian government's TEX accredited qualification. So for those nurses who are studying this course from UK, after this course they have an option to apply with UK ENIC. So that is UK government's Department of Education accredited body who assist professionals who studied a qualification outside Australia to get equivalency certificate in UK. So we have our nurses who have completed the qualification use that opportunity to get the equivalency in UK.
Okay. Now, I just want us to really touch on something now, right? For nurses in Nigeria, India, South Africa, Ghana, and they want to move directly to Australia.
So those nurses, the pathway is slightly different. If they are applying from Nigeria and India, so definitely they need to have a bachelor's qualification in nursing. If they doesn't have bachelor's qualification, then they can study with the graduate certificate course, which I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
But after that, if they are meeting that qualification requirement by the nursing board, then they have to go through this NCLEX and OSCE exam pathway.
Okay.
So it's altogether is known as outcome-based assessment. So outcome-based assessment got two components. One is NCLEX exam, which is completely online MCQ based question and answer, the same like we have in US.
Yeah.
And after that, they have to travel to Australia to complete this objective structured clinical examination, which is an examination happening in Melbourne or Adelaide, 2 exam centers in Australia. So that's a pathway for nurses who are outside Australia or UK or Ireland, who doesn't meet these requirements.
Okay.
We have a division, it's called MWT. So
Called what, sorry?
MWT.
Okay.
So it's they can actually assist the people to come to Australia.
Directly from Nigeria, India. Okay. Yeah. All right. So can these people reach out to IHM as well for maybe direction or I don't know, mentorship or whatever? Because I know you get a lot of inquiries and people trying to know how IHM can help. So for those in Nigeria, India, Ghana, can they reach out to IHM to see how?
Yeah, definitely. Like if they visit our website, ihm.edu.au, or if they have any questions, they can always reach out to one of our friendly admission counselors. And we are more than happy to assist them with their queries. Our mission is to assist nurses in education for employment. So we provide this postgraduate qualification. Same time, we also assist them to get settled. With the advice, we are more than happy to give them the best possible advice from our side as well.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much for this insightful conversation. And I'm sure a lot of people now, they've gotten clarity and they can begin to act towards their relocation to Australia. So guys, all the details you need will be in the description box, the links, contact details, everything. Feel free to contact, reach out to IHM Australia for guidance and inquiries, anything you need, they'll be there to guide you, okay? And I wish you all the best as you prepare to move to Australia. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, we appreciate. And thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.
Bye.